When did I call? Um,
Yes.
it was a while back. Can I give you my information and look up the status? This is North. What did I call? What police department is this?
This is Northwest.
Okay.
So do you have the date when you called, or do you have the report number?
My phone's malfunctioning. I'm trying to check the location, and my phone's been acting really odd trying to hide these locations. I'm looking for the directions so I can give you the phone number I had. Instead of it, okay, let me try something else. I'm trying to get, okay, I was able to access the information. You're asking, is there a particular reason why you don't want to just get my phone number?
Because I don't have that capability here to look at my phone number.
Okay, and you don't want to get my name?
Not if I couldn't get your name.
Okay.
Northwest, then turn left.
Okay, so if you can get my name.
What's your last name?
It's Clark, Clark. My phone does not want me to know these locations that it's malfunctioning.
What's your first name?
It's Kiana. My phone has been acting really weird, sabotaging results. It does not want me to know the local locations so I can tell you what I experienced. I'm sorry, ma'am?
Your date of birth.
Hey, ma'am, it's supposed to say, let me try to check. I'm trying to give you the avenues. You there?
I'm here, but I'm trying to figure out when you made the report.
7-8.
My phone's malfunctioning, ma'am. I'm just trying to give you the information on this location. It's supposed to say location, and it's not doing it. Because I'm trying to tell you what I experienced in that environment. Just one moment. My phone finally let me find it. Okay. So at Motel 6 on Northwest. Okay, ma'am? I stayed there and I reported to police that Baymont Hotel was scamming to deprive me of a hotel stay there. And then after that, they reported that the police said, don't let me stay there. So they deprived me of services at Motel 6.
But I'm asking you, when did you make this report?
I'm just trying to tell you what happened, ma'am, and then we can go into detail so we can know this. You can know the significance of my report at the police department. Well, may I have your name?
Hang on 1 second.
You don't want me to have your name? My phone was malfunctioning. It did not want me to look up all these hotels. And now the police is playing games. So I can get down to the bottom of my experience when I was in this area. This is why you have to guard Metro PCS and guard AT&T to enforce crimes that I speak with only people that will cover up for crimes and play games for years. Okay, ma'am.
My last TOSCANO.
I'm sorry?
My last name? You asked for my name?
Oh, okay. You have to put me on hold for your name? Okay. What is your name?
TOSCANO.
Okay. Are you a police?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So what happened was I was at the Baymont, and the Baymont blatantly lied on me to deprive me of services and put me out, threw my food away, all kinds of things, blatantly lied on me. So I reported it to the police while I was staying at Motel 6 off Northwest Highway. Well, on Northwest. Okay. So when I reported it to the police, the Northwest Highway put me out the next day and said the police had something to do with it. These same people put me out at another location that I have recorded in my phone. They were scheming. I had ordered a pizza, and I can't think of the name of that location, but I have it recorded. So here's the thing. I also had an issue with Spring Hill Suites. They schemed to deprive me of services. Days Inn, I also schemed, and Baymont, Best Western. So all the locals, so here's the thing. I had also got put out of Austin Street in a scheme. So I was terrified. Austin Street gave me 21 days after someone threatened me, and they covered for it and put me out over it, asking for help. She pushed me and threatened me trying to get to my bunk. So they put me out. So I came to the hotel stay panicking there. Best Western schemed. Baymont schemed. Motel 6 schemed, and I reported it to the police. The police asked me if they got nervous and fidgety and asked me if I wanted to hurt myself. So some witnesses came out. Then the police left and said that they'd investigated and never called me back. But here's the thing, the next day, the hotel put me out and said the police have something to do with it. Then I was trying to travel on the bus. The police came and said that the bus driver said something to get me put off the bus. So I recorded it. So when I stopped the recording, the police said, okay, and they went ahead and let me ride it. And then when I stopped the recording, they put me off the bus. I don't know if someone had a problem because this area was close to the FBI or what's going on, but can you investigate why Best Western, Days Inn, Motel 6, Comfort Suite, all these hotels in the area deprived and schemed to deprive me of services? So it was so many, I reported it to the police. You there?
Yes, definitely. I'm here.
Yeah, don't you think that's odd that Baymont, Motel 6, Days Inn, Spring Hill Suites all deprived me of services, Comfort Suites? At different times, they were blacklisting me for services in that area, that hotel stays. That's a lot of hotels that I had to report to the police. And then, in fact, in the shelter that I was staying at, put me out there in the scheme. But this is a pattern that's been following me years, ma'am. So I want to get an investigation on why all these hotels blacklisted me from services in this area. Then, in being in terror with that, schemed. Then, in addition to being in terror with that, trying to go get food, a bus driver lied and slandered me too. And then I got put off the bus. I recorded it. I have it recorded now, ma'am, which I'll put in my descriptions. So the police never called to see why I was blacklisted of services in this area and why he wanted to ask me if I wanted to hurt myself when I was reporting things that were on camera footage and recorded. And then when witnesses came out, ma'am, he just left and never investigated it. You there, ma'am? She hung up.
You have reached the City of Dallas messaging system. To check your
answering the
mailbox,
phone?
press 1. To dial an extension, press 2.
This
For
is
a directory
odd.
of
Calling the
extensions,
police
press
department?
3. To repeat these
Available.
The operator's not
Record your
available?
message at the tone. When you are
I
finished,
have to leave a
hang
message
up
calling
or
the police
press
department
pound
like
for more
yours?
options.
I don't understand why they would hang up.
Hello,
And why
you
so
have
many
reached
people
the
cover
City
for
of Dallas messaging
crimes.
system. To check
They
your
don't want to
mailbox,
talk.
press 1. To dial an extension, press 2.
Like
For a
years.
directory of extensions, press 3. To repeat these options, press 9.
Why do so many people I call all over the United States randomly cover for crimes and hang up in my face? I'm trying to get clarity on why I was blacklisted from all hotel stays in that area that people wouldn't believe before I was recording. I did actually record Best Western in their scheme. So here's another thing I can talk about. At these hotel stays, they would not let me use the phone. They would mess up the phone, my ability to put it on speaker, and deprive me of the right to have access to their phone. And I recorded a lot of it. I didn't think people would understand, so I just deleted it. So they were so corrupt. I'm terrified for my life. I did not even have access to the hotel's phone like a horror movie. And they got away with this for years.
You have
They're
reached
still not
the
answering
City
the
of
phone
Dallas
again.
messaging system. To check
Let me
your
try
mailbox,
police
press
headquarters.
1.
Because are
To dial an
police behind me
extension,
getting
press 2.
terrorized?
For a directory.
It's a crime to hack a phone network. They keep hanging up. So the first call, they immediately hung up, and now it's just ringing. For a multitude of parties to abuse their power to an extreme like this is highly criminal. They're not answering for months, and they've been playing games years. So I can't get the status of all these reports, and I don't understand why reporting Baymont schemes to deprive me of services in all the local businesses along with Austin Street, while they were trying to set me up until witnesses came out.
Joel, Officer Johns.
Yes, were you closed during COVID?
I'm sorry?
Did the police department close during COVID?
Nope.
Well, someone lied to me on my phone and said that they were closed.
We never close.
Huh. That's odd enough. Well, here's the thing. I wanted to report. I reported to, I believe it's Northwest Patrol. That they're not answering the phone, and they hung up in my face. That all local these hotels were depriving me of services in that area, so I was blacklisted. But here's the thing that was concerning. I tried to report to Central Patrol that Austin Street and a multitude of shelters were scamming, so I didn't get services there. And he said that he wouldn't take the report and investigate it. So since he wouldn't take the report and investigate it, and Northwest Patrol hung up in my face, can you tell me what happened when I reported to police that Baymont actually lied and slandered me to deprive me of services after Austin Street lied and slandered me and did it?
I cannot.
You can't?
Oh, I'm not an investigator. I'm a patrol officer.
Oh, may I have your badge number?
You already have it, Miss Clark. It's 8861.
Okay. So, what do I do? Because is conspiracy to violate civil rights a crime?
It's not violent. They're not violating your civil rights. They're a private business. They can refuse service to anybody.
Okay, well, is police abusing their power and enticing people to commit crimes? Is that a crime? To conspire with civil rights violations? Is that criminal?
Again, no one's violating your
No,
civil
I'm
rights.
not being heard. I'm just not being heard. If police entice people to slander and commit crimes,
Do you have proof of that? If you do, you need to go to either, depending on the department, go to their internal affairs or their public integrity.
well, here's the thing. There's records, hundreds of them lost all over the place. I think that would be evidence of criminal activity. They won't give me my records along with dark police. I think that that's a red flag that there are crimes. So do you know why they won't give me my records or answer the phone for such a long amount of time? Do you know? Okay, well, I don't know how to report crimes because no one has the answer, including the FBI. I just don't understand why law enforcement doesn't have the avenue of getting law enforcement at any avenue I take. If I'm calling the police and you can't help as well as any other avenue of law enforcement, are you purposely depriving me of my constitutional right for law enforcement and protection? And is that criminal?
Again, I'm a patrol officer.
Okay, well, this is a police department, and if the police department can't help, how do I get law enforcement?
You call 911, ma'am, and they'll come to you.
I've already did it, and that's what I'm trying to get an update on. While I reported to police while I was at Motel 6, the surrounding hotel, that Baymont Schemes, so I couldn't have service. And then I reported it to them, and then Motel, I'm not being heard, sir. I can't report the crime again for years. We're deflecting, and I'm not able to report criminal activity. Are you covering for it? I don't understand why I can't get clarity on these crimes happening to me. Are you there? Hello? He hung up. What is needed? Confessions?